This is a very quick video. It's to reveal, it's based on a press release from Net Zero Watch, Andrew Montford, and it really is important. It exposes the Labour Party's energy plan as totally bogus, and it does it in a few minutes. So what I'm going to do now is read out the press release and add a few more details and just make you aware of it. Now, really, you should be going to every Labour candidate in the country and asking them to explain themselves with this. And by the way, of course, the Conservatives are just as bad on this as are the Lib Dems and quite a few other people. Only vote for parties that will stop this net zero madness. Anyway, here we go. Let's look at the press release. The Labour Party is saying that its energy policies, a rapid decarbonisation of the electricity system, will save consumers money. The claim is apparently based on October 2023 report by Ember, which says that a decarbonised electricity system can reduce bills by £300 per household. Now, in this next section where they name prices, the trade, the wind farm industry, the solar industry, quotes the 2012 prices and sticks to those. So I'm having to put in red today's prices to relate it to the actual situation rather than the way they describe it when they use those prices. It's ridiculous that they'll tell you how much they're paying per megawatt, but it's not actually what they're paying. It's what it would be in 2012. So I put in red what we're paying now. And I'll read it. However, the report also says that the authors are assuming that wind farms in the future will secure the same price as contracts with a different auction, round 4. The prices achieved in round 4 were then £37.50, but actually £47 per megawatt hour, because round 4 was not 2012, it was later. And around half the price of the £73 per megawatt hour today, which is actually £102 per megawatt hour. I don't blame you for being confused with this, but we're currently offering a standard 102 megawatt hour to offshore, and we're offering and in round 4 they were offering 47. So the costs are based on 47, not the 102. So in other words, Labour's claimed savings rely on assuming that wind power costs half of what it actually does, in fact less than half. A second problem, Labour's punitive saving figure, is that Ember's report compares bills to the hypothetical decarbonised electricity system against bills in the third quarter of 2023, which was still inflated by the Ukraine war. So now we're getting the price cap to drop in the UK a bit now as we begin to recover on the gas prices and so on. And what's happening is they're comparing it to the old high gas price, an older high gas price. So that is total deception. And Andrew Montford, the head of Net Zero Watch, sums it up very well with this next bit. When it comes to energy policy, the political establishment is operating in a fact-free void. For the sake of the country, they need to start asking very hard questions about what they are being told by civil servants and environmental activists like Ember. And that's it, really. These people are not understanding what they're doing, and yet they're leading us. But in this fact-free void, there's also huge costs coming along just in infrastructure of the grid. The National Grid Group here have announced a £60 billion in 5 years to be spent on infrastructure. That's to cope with all these wind and solar farms. It is madness. That's £12 billion a year. And of course, as these wind and solar farms rise, because they're being paid not for what you need, what the demand is, they're being paid for what they can produce. The compensation costs for turning them off are going to become huge. This is financial madness, and it's what a Labour government would head us into. The UK really has to wake up to this and only vote for parties that will agree to stop net zero totally.